Hey guys, it's Tim and this is Wrestling Unlimited as we are here on the 9th of April 2021 to talk about everything that went down tonight on the WrestleMania edition of Friday Night Smackdown. And I do want to look something up before we even talk about Smackdown. I saw a question in the live chat that I was going to address tomorrow, but we could talk about it today as well. And it has to do with WrestleMania, so give me 10 seconds. Uh-oh. So, we reported earlier this week, per the Weather Channel, that tomorrow there was a 10% chance of rain for WrestleMania, and Sunday there was a 50% chance of rain. Well, that's gone up, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow, there is now a 16% chance of rain, so I'm not too worried there. But on Sunday, there is an 88% chance of rain that goes all the way up to a 90% chance of rain possibly at night. So it says 88 throughout the day, possibly up to 90% chances of rain at night, with a 94% humidity by sunset at 7:53 p.m. Oh, God. I'm going to feel bad for everybody at WrestleMania. That's horrible. But I thought I would bring that up because I saw, who was it in the YouTube chat mention it? Nelson Romano mention it. And I was going to do an updated weather report first thing tomorrow morning. I was going to have it come out at like 6 a.m. Pacific or something. I was going to set it all up tonight, do it tonight, and then have it come out first thing tomorrow morning. But a lot of rain could be coming on Sunday. We will continue to follow this. We will continue to monitor this. We will check the radars and stuff. I mean, I know it's raining in Virginia right now because the NASCAR race is in Martinsville, and the rain is moving south. So it's heading to Florida. In Virginia, and it's heading to Florida. With that, we've got SmackDown to talk about, the WrestleMania edition of Friday Night Smackdown. Remember, guys, I want to say thank you, as always, for watching, either on youtube.com/PWU Unlimited or twitch.com/PWU Unlimited. I can't get rid of this cough. I'm late. Like, I had the thing set to go live at what time we were supposed to go live? 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago. And I just couldn't stop coughing. I can't get rid of this cough to save my life. So with that, I do want to say thank you guys for sticking around. But if you are watching on YouTube, you can help us out a couple of different ways, either by hitting that donate button down below or by hitting that donate button in the live chat. Hitting that donate button in the live chat to donate Twitch bits. Also, you can subscribe to the channel right here on Twitch, either one of two different ways, either with a tiered subscription, just like Broken King Slender did recently, or for free with Amazon Prime, like New Jeffrey recently did, because if you have Amazon Prime, then you have Prime Gaming. With Prime Gaming, you get one free subscription to any Twitch channel you want to subscribe to throughout the month, and I greatly appreciate it if you subscribe to us right here, PW Unlimited. On the flip side, if you're watching on YouTube, you can help us out a couple of different ways, either with a super chat or super sticker donation in the live chat. All super chat donations do get read live on the air, or by becoming a channel member, subscribing to the channel as a channel member. And as a channel member, you get early access to exclusive news like we put out this afternoon regarding Alexa Bliss and The Fiend and how they're booked. Exclusive early access to non-wrestling videos or non-news videos, and you get to have a badge next to your name in the live chat and use some emojis. And remember, the easiest way to support us, you got an extra buck? Well, that's patreon.com/PW Unlimited. We give you exclusive news for $1. We're not like some of these that charge you $5 a month or $9.99 a month. No, we're going to give you exclusive news that only we have for $1, $1. Cheapest out there. And it's not the cheapest because, no, we're not just the cheapest because that's all we think you guys want to pay. It's because that's what we think you having to pay for news is worth. We're not going to go out there and charge you $5 and tell you something you already know just by watching the show. No. That's not what I'm going to do. I'm not going to say, hey, NXT's bringing in fans for TakeOver. That's a $5 news drop right there. No, I'm not going to do that. Because they've had fans at NXT for months now. No, I'm going to give you exclusive news on how Alexa Bliss and Bray Wyatt are being booked and only charge you $1. I mean, hey, it's exclusive. You're only going to get it from us here. And, well, yeah. We got to make some extra money somehow to keep the channel going. I know we did get one wrong recently. I apologize for that one regarding the tag team titles on SmackDown. I ain't using that source anymore. I'm going to say it right now. But with that, we're here to talk about tonight's SmackDown. Let's get right into it. Friday Night Smackdown kicked off with a recap of Daniel Bryan attacking Edge and Roman last week. Daniel Bryan came out and made his way to the ring to start WrestleMania SmackDown. Bryan noted that he's excited for WrestleMania this weekend. He can't wait to see the set, smell the pyro, and hear the roar of the fans. Well, we know that some of the roster members have already seen the set. I mean, I think it was yesterday, Mandy Rose posted a video from the floor of Raymond James Stadium. She was in the building, posted a video on her Instagram. About an hour later, had to pull it. But don't fret, because we put it up. Anyways, Bryan would go on to say that he loves the Thunderdome, but there's nothing like being live in front of an actual crowd of fans. There's nothing better than winning the title in front of fans in the WrestleMania main event. Bryan pointed out that he associated with the word yes, but he's been told no way too many times. People told Bryan no, he couldn't make it in WWE, couldn't get to the main event, couldn't win WrestleMania, but he's done it all. His friends and family, they don't let him be negative. Bryan noted that when everyone says no, he will say yes. At first, Adam Pearce said no. He couldn't headline WrestleMania. He couldn't be in the Universal title match. But Bryan pointed out that this Sunday night, the biggest match of his career, because he got that yes. Bryan said he knows that Edge and Reigns are very dangerous. However, they're not facing the family man anymore. They're facing a dangerous Daniel Bryan. He asked one last question. Can Daniel Bryan walk out of the main event of WrestleMania as a champion? Bryan then started the yes chant, and that was a very awesome, fiery promo to hype up the news, or hype up the show. Sorry, I read something in the chat that got me to say news. So in the back, Kayla Braxton interviewed the Street Profits who were doing the yes chant. They promised to win the tag team titles tonight, and suddenly, Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode would jump them. Ray and Dominic, Chad Gable and Otis ran out, and all four teams erupted in a brawl for their title match. There we go. We got the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match, Fatal 4-Way. Dolph Ziggler and, Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode, the Dirty Dogs, defending against the Mysterios, Ray and Dominic. The Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford, and the Alpha Academy, Chad Gable and Otis. This was a good Fatal 4-Way match. It was one of those, okay, there's four teams, but only two men can be legal at one time. So Ziggler and Roode had the early advantage as they isolated Dominic on their side of the ring. Roode slowed down the pace with a chin lock on Dominic. Gable made the blind tag and worked over Dominic's arm. Ray got the tag and rocked Gable with a back elbow. Ray attempted a moonsault, but Gable caught him. Ray then reversed it into a DDT. Roode broke up a pin attempt. All four teams erupted in another brawl. Ray at one point hit a suicide dive onto Gable and Otis. Dominic followed it up with a moonsault to the floor. I'm going to say it right now, Dominic gets better in every match. And yeah, you could say that's because he's still so young in his career. There's no way he can get worse. Well, that's true, but I just feel like he was so good so early, and he just keeps getting better that you forget that his first official actual match was last year at SummerSlam. That's how good he's gotten and how good he's been. Back from a commercial break, Ford rocked Rude with a standing dropkick for a near fall. Rude regained control after hitting a spinebuster on Ford. Otis would tag in and rock Ford with the hard clothesline. Ziggler slowed down the pace with a chin lock. Ziggler attempted to famous her, but Ford countered with a powerbomb. Dawkins got the hot tag and ran wild. He hit a twisting splash in the corner, but Ray made the blind tag. Ray and Dominic took over and hit double 619s on Ziggler and Rude. Dominic followed this up with a big old frog splash, but Otis broke up the pin, and we knew this was coming because as Dominic was going for the pin, you can see that Bobby Roode was looking over at the corner, waiting to see when Otis was going to jump to break that pin. He kind of telegraphed it by accident. All four teams then broke down in yet another brawl before Ford hit a huge dive to the floor. The finish of the match then came when Gable gave Dawkins a rolling German suplex. Ford got the blind tag and hit a huge frog splash on Gable, but Ziggler made another blind tag and rocked Ford with a super kick. Ziggler then pinned Chad Gable to pick up the victory and retain the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Kayla Braxton interviewed Bianca Belair backstage, and this is when you know, okay, Bianca Belair and Sasha are the main event of night one, the legit going on last match. But that wasn't the plan a week ago. Or else Kayla would have asked, how does it feel to be challenging Sasha Banks in the main event? Not, how does it feel to know you'll be challenging for the SmackDown Women's Championship tomorrow at WrestleMania? They would have said main event in this interview. So that's how we know that these two women main eventing being the match that goes on last, well, that was a not even set Wednesday idea. I'm going to say that right now. As of Wednesday, someone in the company thought it was Drew Bobby. Just going to say that. I don't know when things got changed. I know Stephanie this morning was on Bill Simmons and said Sasha Bianca going on last. And then WWE announced it 2 hours before SmackDown. Also, before I get into this Bianca promo, which there's not much to really talk about, a lot of fixed commentary by Michael Cole tonight. A lot of Michael Cole in the recording booth, recording audio. Like, a lot of that. A lot. Because you can hear the difference of, I'm sitting at the announce table doing commentary, and I'm at home in my recording studio or in the booth at the Performance Center because Roman Reigns is coming out and he is the head of the table. You can tell the difference big time. Kayla Braxton interviewed Bianca Belair. Like I said, Belair admitted that she is nervous about tomorrow night, but that doesn't mean she's scared. Her daddy always taught her not to be scared. She's excited to prove what she can do. Braxton noted that Sasha Banks is dangerous, and she will do whatever to prove that she deserves to win the title. Belair noted that she's the strongest and the fastest, the roughest, and the toughest, the EST of the WWE, and maybe she's even the most dangerous. And then she promised to defeat Sasha Banks and win the title. Thank you. I'm probably going to mess up your name. Josu Herrera, Jesus, I don't know. For the super chat donation, says, God bless you, brother. Keep up the great work. I appreciate that. Josu, appreciate that. Sorry if I butchered your name. Also, I did forget to do the polls. Let's throw those up really, really quick. We can do those really fast. New poll. Did I not? Uh-oh. Oh, never mind. What did you think of tonight's SmackDown? I liked it. It was all right. I didn't like it. Poll is live on Twitch. Throw the poll up right here. Liked it. It was all right. Didn't like it. All right, there we go. There we go. Poll is live on both Twitch and YouTube as we move forward. Got a cool little video here of Big E in his hometown of Tampa. He said that Tampa is where he's from. Tampa is where he loves, what he loves, and where he goes when he needs to calm down and just unwind. Big E noted that he's from Tampa. He showed his barber. He showed his high school. He showed Raymond James Stadium. That he even played a high school football all-star game there. He then promised Apollo Crews, your dream will die at WrestleMania. Your dream of challenging for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. I thought this was really fun, really awesome, really cool. I thought they did a great job on this. And all of a sudden on SmackDown, they go, we're going to tell you about our Raw program for WrestleMania. We're going to air a very lengthy video regarding The Fiend and Randy Orton because we have nothing on SmackDown we need to hype for WrestleMania. We'll tell you about Raw stuff. Not even worth recapping. Next up, we got a match between Tamina and Nia Jax. They locked up as soon as the bell rang, and Jax overpowered Tamina and pushed her down. Corey Graves tried saying there's no woman more powerful than Nia Jax in WWE. And as he said that, he actually said that timed perfectly because the two women would lock up again and Tamina would overpower Nia. And Nia was shocked at this point. Then we got the bullshit. Reginald would jump up on the apron. Tamina tried to pull him in, but Baszler yanked him out. Jax then took the advantage and gained control. Jax beat down Tamina, but went shoulder first to the post. Tamina climbed to the top rope, but Baszler tried to interfere. Natalya and Baszler then brawled at ringside. Jax attempted a Samoan drop, but Tamina slipped out. Tamina then went for a Samoan drop, but Jax would slip out. Tamina then rocked Jax with the super kick and hit a Samoan drop. Baszler jumped in the ring for the disqualification. So technically, Tamina wins. Jesse Hyde, no. And I'm going to talk about exactly what that president line really meant when we get to the end of this show. Because I've already got the end of Mania and the next year of WrestleMania build booked in my head. So in the back, Caleb Braxton interviewed the Riot Squad. This was kind of a dumb segment. Billy Kay would show up. They said, what are you even doing here, Billy? You don't got a tag team partner. Camilla goes, excuse me. What am I? And so sorry, I got confused by something in the chat. So they start yelling at each other. Naomi and Lana show up. Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke show up. And somebody, I can't remember exactly who, goes, oh, are we about to do this again? And then all the women start brawling. Tamina and Natalya show up. They clean house. And yeah. I don't know what happened. She's probably fine. But Liv Morgan was really selling her ribs. Like, more than, oh, I'm selling from this little bitty brawl. Like, uh-oh, am I hurt? Haven't heard anything. You would think that they would say something by now, like pull them from the match or something. But hope to God that Liv Morgan's okay, because she looked a little roughed up from Tamina's little scuffle there. They got a campaign style video for the Seth Rollins Cesaro feud. And then Edge would come out. Edge sat on a chair in the middle of the ring. And here's the thing. I loved how Daniel Bryan, or as Roman likes to call him, DB, Edge and Roman all cut promos tonight uninterrupted. It's so great to see in WWE someone cut a promo to hype something up and not get interrupted. So Edge sat on the chair in the middle of the ring. He talked about going to WrestleMania 6 and seeing Hulk Hogan against the Ultimate Warrior. He said that night he knew what he needed to do with his life. Edge said he did everything he ever said he was going to do. He manifested his dreams and made them come true. The only thing he didn't do this time was, well, ending his own career. That was something he didn't do. He said he fought back to earn a title shot at WrestleMania 37. Edge then mocked Daniel Bryan for claiming that this WrestleMania could be his last. Edge said something along the lines of, like, every match of mine could be my last. Edge again mocked Bryan for trying to get a title shot at WrestleMania instead of a clash between Edge and Roman Reigns. It's a triple threat. He called Bryan an indie bookstore troll. Edge would then go on to call Roman Reigns the Samoan Edge. He noted that Reigns started his career in a 3-person group, entered through the crowd, and used the spear just like he did. Edge pointed out that most fans are on to Bryan, except for the lemons that chant yes and what. I don't know where what stuff come from. Why you gotta lump in Steve Austin? Edge pointed out that he came back from an injury that nobody in sports entertainment or sports has ever done. It took him 9 long years to come back, but he's not just phoning it in. He's doing Hurricane Ranas off the top rope and so forth. Edge demands respect. He promised to be the next world champion because if you dream it and you manifest it, it'll happen. Again, Edge with another fantastic promo here, just like Daniel Bryan. These 3 men killed it. So in a weird segment in the back, Sonya Deville and Adam Pearce discussed WrestleMania. Deville didn't think it was fair to make Ziggler and Roode defend against 3 teams. Pearce was confused. Deville also disagrees with the triple threat main event. Kayla Braxton will then interview the SmackDown Women's Champion Sasha Banks. Again, no mention of the main event for this match. Banks noted that nobody cares about Belair, but wants to hear from her. She promised to defeat Bianca tomorrow night, and God, if her laugh is supposed to be so annoying, then kudos to Sasha. But her laugh, that heel laugh she does, and I guess it's a kudos that it annoys me so bad, because as a heel, you're supposed to not get people to like you, do things to get people to dislike you, and that laugh, well, it does it. It does it for me. Raven7754, there is no actual Peacock app on the Fire Stick. Unless something was added as of this morning, there is no Peacock app on the Amazon Fire Stick. Because I checked last night. I've been checking for a while. I have Peacock on my computer, I have Peacock on my Android phone, and I have Peacock on my Android television. But again, Peacock, and you said you're having problems downloading it on my Fire Stick. Well, you shouldn't have problems because you shouldn't be even trying to download it since you can't. So, where was I? They had a video package hyping up another Monday Night Raw match, the WWE title match between Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre. They recapped the angle between Sami Zayn, Logan Paul, and Kevin Owens, and then aired a video we saw, I want to say yesterday or the day before, from social media. Sami Zayn went to Miami to visit Logan and Jake Paul training in a gym. He's like, hey, let me train with you guys. He's like, okay. He said, let me go get my gear. He gets locked out. He knocks on the door, and the guy goes, oh, we're closed. You can't come in. He's like, I was just in there. No, you can't come in. Michael Cole and Corey Graves laughed at that, and Zayn all of a sudden appeared at ringside on commentary. Started ranting about, yeah, you're always going to show the bad stuff. You'll never show anything good that happens to me. He claimed that he had breakfast with Logan Paul and that was all just a big misunderstanding. Cole looked and seemed annoyed. As the participants for the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal would come down, Sami was still ranting, and all of a sudden he gets jumped by Kevin Owens. They brawled very briefly before Sami ran away. Michael and Corey Graves then ran down the lineup for WrestleMania as we move in to the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Participants are as followed: Kira Tozawa, Angel Garza, Cedric Alexander, Drew Gulak, who's been training Bad Bunny. Drew Gulak and Adam Pearce have been Bad Bunny's trainers, if you guys didn't know. Elias, Eric of the Viking Raiders, Grand Metalik, Humberto Carrillo, Jackson Riker, Jey Uso, Kalisto, King Corbin, Lindsay Dorado, Mace, Murphy, Mustafa Ali, Ricochet, Shelton Benjamin, Shinsuke Nakamura, Slapjack T-Bar, and Tucker. And I think it was Michael Cole goes, we haven't seen Tucker in a while. And Corey Graves goes, don't worry, Cole, he won't be here for long. I love that line. So Benjamin and Alexander worked together early on to throw out Tozawa for the first elimination. They then threw out Tucker right after Corey Graves' line. The rest of the participants stood around. And then finally they attacked the former Hurt Business duo. They were eliminated. And after a commercial break, Elias was beaten down Eric was beaten down Jackson Riker before Elias made the save. Elias and Riker work together to eliminate Eric. T-Bar and Mace throughout Gulak. They follow this by eliminating Humberto Carrillo. I don't know why I couldn't read that word. That word was all kinds of jumbled for me. My dyslexia really kicked in weird there. T-Bar and Mason squared off with Elias and Riker. They quickly tossed each other, basically. No. T-Bar and Mace eliminated Elias and Riker. Ali then snuck up and threw out Mace. T-Bar then tried to chokeslam Ali, but Murphy made the save. Ali threw out T-Bar. Metalik and Dorado teased working with Kalisto, but then they turned on him. A little bit later, got some more eliminations, and then Ali and Ricochet were fighting on the apron when Ricochet rocked Ali with a knee and hit a tilt-a-whirl head scissors, sending Ali to the floor. Ricochet attempted to springboard back into the ring, but Corbin cut him off. Uso then rocked Ricochet with a super kick for the elimination. Finals came down to Corbin, Nakamura, Uso. Uso sent Corbin out on the apron, but held on. Nakamura then knocked Corbin to the floor. Final two, Nakamura, Uso. It's pretty good. Nakamura set up for a Kinshasa, but Uso countered with a super kick. Nakamura recovered and hit a Kinshasa. Uso fought back after Nakamura tried to lift him up and tossed out Nakamura to win the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. He goes over to the stage, or goes over to the trophy. About a minute later, Roman Reigns' music would hit. We get the final segment of the show. Roman cutting a damn good promo, and what I think is telegraphing what is to come after the Universal title match, and maybe even setting up the main event of WrestleMania 38 at the end of WrestleMania 37. I'm going to break this all down on exactly what I mean right now. So, Universal Champion Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman make their way down to the ring, and they piped in some "You suck" chants. Roman Reigns was furious that he has to be here tonight. He goes, "Why do I got to be here every single week? What am I, a politician? Going out here smiling, shaking everybody's hands, trying to make nice?" Shot at The Rock. A couple different reasons. Rock has said, "Maybe I run for president." There is a poll going around that 40-something% of Americans would vote for Dwayne The Rock Johnson if he was to run for president. And have you seen Young Rock? About a third of that show is The Rock is running for president. If you haven't seen Young Rock, what Young Rock actually is, it is The Rock telling stories about his life to feel more regular to the American population as he is running for president of the United States in 2034, I believe it is. So he's either being interviewed as the presidential candidate, or he's doing a press conference as the presidential candidate, and everything that he is talking about in these speeches or interviews reminds him of a story from his childhood, from his teenage years, or from his college years, and then he tells that story in the show. First Rock hint. As we go forward, Roman promised to show up Sunday night and win in the main event. Reigns promised to show up and win, and he admitted that Edge and Bryan had a good one tonight. They each cut some good promos. Reigns said he's had good nights since SummerSlam because, well, he's the reason people want this title. He's the reason people watch SmackDown. He's the reason the ratings have been so good. He turned his attention to the Dreamers. Reigns pointed out that Bryan talks about making him tap out. He promised that Bryan won't make him tap out on Sunday. Reigns mocked Edge for attempting to make his comeback story complete. Reigns says he isn't a dreamer. He's the head of the table. Reigns said that Edge and Bryan, this is just the start. He promises that nobody can. He said, if you liked what I did last year, this year, just wait till you see what I do next. Reigns vowed to retain the title. He quoted Paul Heyman and said, "That is not a spoiler. That is a spoiler, not a prediction." He promised that at the end of the night, the world would acknowledge him as the head of the table. He said, "After I win and my opponent is laying on their back, looking up at a man $1 million more than them, someone greater than them, when somebody greater than them is there, the great one, greater than them, They will know and acknowledge that he is the head of the table. So I thought all three of these men cut great promos. Daniel Bryan, Edge, and Roman Reigns. But Roman Reigns, to me, telegraphs some stuff. I think setting up now, a year out, Roman Reigns versus The Rock, AT&T Stadium, WrestleMania 38. Hear me out. Daniel Bryan takes a huge-ass spear, gets pinned by Roman Reigns. Edge has already been disposed of. I don't know how. Maybe he takes the knee from Bryan or something. Bryan, here we go. This is how they can end the match at WrestleMania. Edge and Bryan are in the ring. Edge is crawling up to his feet. Bryan hits him with the knee. As Bryan gets up and turns around after Edge rolls out of the ring, boom, smear from Roman. Roman pins him 1, 2, 3. Roman's music hits. Bun more pyro than you've ever seen. If you smell, Roman all of a sudden just frozen. But The Rock is cooking. Rock walks out to the top of the stage, walks one way, looks at the crowd, goes through, walks the other way, looks at the crowd, gets to the middle of the stage. Right, still at the top. Doesn't come down. Stares right down that ramp, right into the middle of the ring where Roman Reigns is standing, clutching the Universal Championship. And all Rock has to do is this. And Roman is pissed. You stole my moment, Dwayne. He doesn't call him The Rock. No. Roman makes it personal and says that Dwayne stole his moment. Now he wants revenge. Then you get WrestleMania 29, the year-long build. The Rock, Roman Reigns, in front of what they will say is 100,000 fans in AT&T Stadium in Dallas, Texas. Now, will that happen? I don't know. That's just the feeling that I'm getting. Something like that happens at the end of night 2 on Sunday. Roman wins. His celebration is interrupted by The Rock. And there we go. We move on, and we get a year-long build of Roman still dominating SmackDown as the Universal Champion. With The Rock here and there, like he did with John Cena, just showing up or sending in promo videos. Social media is even more prevalent now. So Instagram, Rock can cut some hella promos on Roman on Instagram. So I think that's what they're going to do. There was at least 3 or 4 different Rock references. The president thing, the $1 million man, a man worth $1 million more than you or whatever. A greater person. What was the line? I didn't write it down, but my buddy messaged it to me. He said, what was it? You're going to see a greater one on Sunday. Who's the great one? That's the most electrifying man in all sports and entertainment, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. So I think Roman, in his promo tonight, may have teased some sort of thing with The Rock. And I'm all down for it. A year build where The Rock just randomly either shows up on SmackDown or just randomly, how do I phrase it? Just they air a video package or Rock posts something on social media and then Roman's like, fucking Dwayne, trying to call me out again. Why can't he get his punk ass here? He's always got to do it from his home, something like that. Then they air the video and Roman gets all mad and blah, 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 blah. So that's what I think what they do. But with that is Friday Night Smackdown. The show wasn't bad. Could have been better for the WrestleMania go home, but I didn't hate it. I'm going to say that right now. And I'm trying to see something Raven was asking in the chat. We siloed onto the Fire Stick YouTube. Yeah, Broken King. I actually was thinking about doing I'm going to test that. So Raven and Broken King Slender in the Twitch chat. I was actually going to test that tonight on my Amazon Fire Stick. And if it worked, put out a video in the morning about how to sideload Peacock onto an Amazon Fire Stick, since you can't actually download it on an Amazon Fire Stick. I don't know if it's going to work, because I used to try to do this with the Xfinity app, and it wouldn't work before the Xfinity app was available on the Fire Stick, and the Xfinity app is an NBC product, Comcast product, which Peacock is also a Comcast product. So I will test that out tonight, and if it's possible, post a video about how to do it in the morning. But again, Raven, I'll try. I will test it, but I don't know if it's possible. With that, guys, that was Friday Night Smackdown. Let's check out the poll. Also, I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear what you guys thought. Text in your thoughts to 510-906-1341. Again, text your thoughts on tonight's Smackdown to 510-906-1341. As we wait for some more text messages, I actually got a number of them already. We'll check polls real fast. As far as the Twitch poll goes, 89% of you like SmackDown, and 11% thought it was all... No, 89% thought SmackDown was all right, and 11% liked it. No one disliked it. That's good to see. As far as the YouTube poll does go, 64% liked the show, 23% thought it was all right, and actually 12% disliked tonight's SmackDown. Let's read some of these text messages. This person says, after tonight, the promo Roman cut makes me feel that he has to win, so The Rock has to knock him off the pedestal next year. I mean, exactly what I said. First says, have you heard anything about Aleister Black? Nada. Other than a few weeks ago, he was training at the PC. So do you think Jeff Hardy will bring Willow to WWE? I have no clue. No clue at all. Or says, do you think Roman Reigns retains at WrestleMania? Well, if you want to know what I think about who's retaining at WrestleMania, right here on PWU Unlimited YouTube channel, put up my predictions earlier. And yes, one of my predictions was Roman Reigns does retain. First says, is Becky Lynch returning tomorrow at Mania? She teased it. Also, is Ronda Rousey returning as well? No clue. But according to WWE, her contract's supposed to expire tomorrow. So they can actually play that into a storyline with Ronda, saying, like, if Ronda maybe shows up on Sunday, I don't know if this is true, but maybe Ronda could show up on Sunday and someone go, sorry, Mrs. Rousey, or sorry, Miss Rousey, or sorry, Ronda, you're not allowed. You can't come back to this area. As of yesterday, you're no longer contracted with the WWE. You are not allowed back here. COVID does not allow us to have anybody not contracted by the WWE in the back. Sorry, that's not, no. They can do something like that. And then Ronda does something at Mania or shows up on Raw, and she's like this unsigned crazy lady that's like, no, I've been gone for 2 years, and blah, 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 you wouldn't let me this, and then COVID didn't let me come back last year, and blah, 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 and now because my contract expired, no one would talk to me because, maybe they do a storyline with, because they told us 2 years ago her contract expires on the 10th of April. That'd be kind of cool. This person says, to be honest, I only watched half of SmackDown, and then I watched old pay-per-views like Rumble 2000 and WrestleMania 15. Those are great pay-per-views. Well, damn. You got through those pretty quick if you only watched half of SmackDown. If you watch half of SmackDown before both of those, because those are both like 5-hour shows in their own right. It says, if Roman is getting a new theme song at WrestleMania, why? I haven't heard that, and I don't know why he would. I like his theme song for him. It's Roman's theme song. It says, so is it me or did SmackDown feel an hour short? Maybe it's because the tag and Battle Royal matches. Yeah, because we really only had, 3 matches on the entire show? We only had 1, 2, 3 actual 3 matches and a little brawl backstage. That's why the show may have felt shorter to you. Says, if Edge doesn't capture the Universal title at WrestleMania, do you see him get another shot at the title rematch against Reigns or face another... he can always eventually get another shot at the title. Win? I don't know, but it shouldn't be. If Edge doesn't win at Mania, which I don't think he does, I hope he doesn't get, the next shot at the next pay-per-view Money in the Bank. The person is still kind of shocked. Rude and Ziggler retain the titles, but hopefully the Mysterios capture them in the long run soon, unless we get a potential returning tag team like the Usos or someone else. Your thoughts? I think it's high time Rey and Dominic win those tag titles. Says, I love the promo from Roman, and I believe The Rock will come out. But do you think Daniel Bryan will add himself to that match? No. No. No, 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 no. If you're doing Rock versus Roman Reigns, you add one person to that match, you've just fucking blew up your entire company. Rock versus Roman Reigns has to be Rock versus Roman Reigns. You try to add a third person, no matter who it is, you're fucking bankrupt because you're the stupidest people in the world. Or says, you think Kevin Owens drops off the ship? I think he wants to. Do they let him? I don't know. Or says, you think the Street Profits will turn heel? I don't. Ugh. Have they teased it? No. So I don't know why you would even ask that. But with that, guys, that's going to do it for tonight's Friday Night Smackdown. Remember, tomorrow we will be live right here, same place, for WrestleMania Night 1. Opening WrestleMania will be the WWE Championship match between Roman Reigns. No, not Roman Reigns. Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre. And also, main eventing tomorrow's show will be the SmackDown Women's Championship match between Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair. And whoever you are in the text message, you know I can't tell you that. 330, you know I can't tell you that. No. They're not doing a Women's Battle Royal. That's why we're getting the Tag Team Turmoil match. But with that, we will be live again tomorrow night, Sunday night, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We're live almost every night of the week for the next week. So have a great night. Remember to follow us on social media, facebook.com/PW Pro Wrestling, facebook.com/Pro Wrestling ULTD. Follow us on Instagram by searching for Pro Wrestling Unlimited, and follow us on Twitter at PW Unlimited. But with that, we will see you tomorrow for SmackDown. Have a great night. I can't wait.